Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to another vlog where I try to keep on top of 2023 releases that I'm really excited to read. Now, in this vlog, I'm hoping to read at least 2 books. First on my list is Now She Is Witch by Kirsty Logan, and we also have The Witches of Vardo by Anya Bergman. So both I've heard absolutely nothing about, but I read the synopsis of both of them. I thought, yeah, do you know what? I really quite fancy those. So this evening I'm going to start Now She Is Witch, and I shall read you what it says about it. She dug her mother's grave in the poison garden so it would stay hidden. Lux has lost everything when Else finds her alone in the woods. Her mother, her lover, her home, all burned. The world is suspicious of women like her, but Lux is cunning. She knows how to exploit people's expectations, how to blend into the background, and she knows a lot about poisons. Else has not found Lux by accident. She needs her help to seek revenge against the man who wronged her. Together they pursue him north, but on their hunt they will uncover dark secrets that entangle them with dangerous adversaries. From the snowy winter woods to the bright midnight sun, from lost and powerless to finding your path, Now She Is Witch conjures a world of violence and beauty, a world where women grasp at power through witchcraft, sexuality, and performance, and most of all, through throwing each other to the wolves. This is a witch story unlike any other. Does that not sound absolutely brilliant? So I am very, very excited to start this book, and I'm going to do so now. Hey, so it is now Tuesday afternoon. I did read 3 chapters yesterday of Now She Is Witch, but then I got tired, so I went straight up to bed. So I'm sorry I didn't catch up with you yesterday, but I'm about 60 pages in. I'm not really loving it. I am borderline DNFing. I'm close. I'm very close. But I am going to give it another few chapters. Basically, the 2 main characters, Lux and Elsie, however we're saying it, they've met now. Lux got sort of attacked by a few locals in the village, getting a bit nasty about her potentially being a witch. So they fled. They ended up joining this sort of group briefly that kind of like live on the land, but they're heading up north now where supposedly the not so nice witches are. So hopefully they're going to arrive soon and this will kick into gear a little bit more. I don't know if it's not very interesting or it's slow starting. It's a little bit too early to kind of decide which one that is, but I'm home from work now and I'm going to dive straight into this. So a bit further on, I read the next section, which was just really weird. It was very different because it was kind of like Lux's diary where she was reminiscing. It wasn't data or anything like that, but she was looking back on times with her mother. There were times where she was in this sanctuary where she was clearly being abused, where all these girls seemed to be, where they were being exorcised for having demons in them. Really, it was really quite horrible to read it, but just very different. So I still haven't really changed my opinion here. I am still close to DNFing it, but that section was just so weird. I do now kind of want to continue with the next one to see, are we going back to the main story or are we going to uncover some more unusual things that happened in the past, shall we say. Yeah, it's very strange. We learned a little bit more about her relationship with her mother, who didn't seem to be very nice to Lux, I have to say, but then we sort of query, was the mother treated very nicely? It's a very unusual book. The cover's quite creepy. Look, I've just noticed that eye at the top. Very strange. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Hello, it's now Wednesday evening. Yes, I'm wearing a black t-shirt again. It's because my hair dye is still coming out a little bit when it's wet. So, go with it for now. Hence the towel as well, alright? I don't just always wear the same thing every day, but because I dye my hair quite often, I have about half a dozen black t-shirts that I tend to wear for the first week or two, like quite a bit every time I wash my hair. Living the dream. Anyway, I'm going to continue with Now She's Witch. I am nearly halfway through. I really wanted to love this, but I just don't at the moment. But you know what? They've got North, so hopefully things are going to happen. I don't want this to be the book that I don't DNF and regret not DNFing it, because normally when I'm close to DNFing something and I keep reading it and it gets good and it's great and I'm like, yeah, we're halfway and I don't feel that yet. So let's see what happens. It might have happened. We've just hit about the page 240 odd and it kind of got good. There's a lot of action, there's a lot going on at the moment. But is it enough to make me not regret not DNFing this? We shall see. So I've just finished Now She's Witch, and unfortunately for me it's a 2-star. And I'm really gutted because I had such high hopes for this book. I really, really did, and I have just been so let down by it. It's such a shame. I really didn't like the writing style. It really, really bothered me, and I think that's definitely knocked a star off anyway. I think there were times that maybe it was a little bit too graphic. And you know, I like smutty books with that kind of graphicness. That's not an issue, but here it was kind of like horrible things, and it was a little bit too much graphic things. You know, I understood the whole point about, you know, sort of overcoming adversity, being treated like shit and just coming back and kicking ass and getting revenge. I get that. I just don't think this was brilliant, and it's such a shame. And there'll be people out there that will love it, and all power to you if you're one of them. For me, unfortunately, it just didn't do it. So, can't win them all. However, I'm now very nervous to pick this up because I've had the same level of high hopes for this one. So this is The Witches of Vardo by Anya Bergman. And it says, they will have justice, they will show their power, they will not burn. Norway, 1662, a dangerous time to be a woman when even dancing can lead to accusations of witchcraft. After recently widowed Sigrid's doomed affair with the local merchant is discovered, she is sent to the fortress at Valda to be tried and condemned as a witch. Sigrid's daughter, Inberg, I need to look that up, sets off into the wilderness to bring her mother home. Accompanying her on this quest is Maren, herself the daughter of a witch whose wild nature and unconquerable spirit gives her the courage to venture into the unknown, to risk all she has to save her family. Also captive in the fortress is Anna Rodius, once the King of Denmark's mistress, who has been sent in disgrace to the island of Vardo. What will she do? Who will she betray to return to her privileged life in court? The witches of Vardo are stronger than even the king. In an age weighted against them, they refuse to be victims. They will have their justice. All they need to do is show their power. So, I'm not sure I'm going to start it tonight because it is really quite late and I'm going to go out to bed shortly. I might just read a couple of pages of the first chapter, we'll see. But fingers crossed I like this a little bit more. So, it's Thursday. I haven't been feeling 100%, so I'm working from bed today. But I'm being really nice to myself, and in between each little work to do, I'm reading a chapter of this. I'm on chapter 7 already, which isn't a massive feat, okay? It's only about page 40. The chapters are so short. They're only 2 to 3 pages each, which I actually quite like because I can go, oh, do you know what? It's not even lunchtime. I'm on chapter 7. But in reality, I haven't read that much yet. So far, I'm enjoying it. The chapters alternate between Anna and Ingeborg. I don't know how to say the name. So with Anna, she's a prisoner and she's just arrived at where she's going to be held captive, basically. which is quite a shock to her because it seems like she was quite a well-to-do woman who was actually friends with the king. And now all of a sudden she's been thrown in this prison with sort of no windows, and it's just culture shock. And then we join Ingeborg, who lives with her mum and her sister. Unfortunately, a couple of her family members have passed away. She's kind of the one, she's like Katniss in Hunger Games. She's sort of going out trying to hunt and feed the family that are left. But it looks like the mum has got mixed up with somebody that maybe she shouldn't have. And the last person that sort of behaved in the way that her mum has got killed for witchcraft. So Inga, we'll call her Inga for now, she's just trying to sort of maybe help and step up a little bit to almost stop the mum and make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm now about to hit another work to do, and then I will continue with this shortly. So I've made quite a dent in this now. I'm 40% of the way through. Do you know what? I'm enjoying this so much more. The story is a lot more interesting. We're still alternating chapters between Anna and Inga. Basically, somebody's been accused of witchcraft and Inga's going to go and try and save the day. Anna is currently trying to nicely interrogate who has been accused of witchcraft to find out what really happened. But it is getting very interesting now, and I'm really enjoying this. So I've about 80 pages left now, and I'm really enjoying this. This at the moment is on track to be 3.54 out of 5 star, which is pretty good. Trigger warning for rape though, I will say that. I didn't expect that. But I like the kick-assness of the girls. I am really intrigued to see what happens next because I'm not actually able to predict it at the moment, which I like. So I will catch up with you probably when I finish this now, because I'm kind of binging this a bit at the moment. When I pick it up, I'm reading quite a bit at a time. So yeah, I'll catch up with you soon on this. So I've just finished this book and it was brilliant. It really, really was. And I only just realised at the end, because it's got a little bit of information at the back, it's actually kind of based on, bits of it are based on true stories about what actually happened on this island in those years. And that just makes it more disturbing, but it adds something to it as well. I have to say, the ending was absolutely epic. Couldn't predict anything that happened in this book. Really emotional, kick-ass on the feminism part, but rips your heart out in other places. I thought this was really, really good and would definitely recommend. So yeah, really pleased I read it. That is my little keeping up with 2023 releases, both witch-related books, and I've really enjoyed it actually. So if you made it to the end of the video, let me know if you've read either of these books or if you are thinking of reading either of these two books, or can you recommend something that might be a little bit similar, because although I didn't love the first one, I've actually really enjoyed just the experience of reading these two books. So I would definitely do it again. Right, I shall see you in my next video. Bye!